Welcome to Wrestleheads. I'm Chuck Jones.
Mark Scott.
Randy Dixon.
We got 1 week left before the big show, Wrestlemania. We got a few things to cover from this past week in action. An untimely and unfortunate death to report, and a few more news and notes to wrap up the Hall of Fame. So, going straight into it, Monday Night Raw. You guys notice anything that really stood out on Raw? I'll tell you one thing. The biggest thing that I noticed on that one, which I think the WWE dropped the ball, the end of the night, they had the big spot. They had Sting come out and help Randy Orton. That was the dumbest shit you could have did.
But he talked on the network.
Yeah, he talked on the network, but I don't give a damn. Sting should not have done anything physical because it was the pure excitement of watching him get physical at WrestleMania for the first time.
But you got to think about it. He already been physical if you go back to Survivor Series.
Well, I mean, yeah, he did the
Scorpion Death Drop.
He did the Scorpion Death Drop, but I mean, he did a Stinger Splash where he got about this high off the ground. I mean, this high.
The dude is 56 years old.
And the fact is, you know, to me, psychology-wise, it didn't make sense to have the legend killer standing next to a legend. You know, to me, that just psychology-wise, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, me, same thing. I mean, I like this. I love, when I first saw it, I liked it, but then when I thought about it for a minute, I was like, wait a minute, you should have held more of his in-ring action until he got in the ring with Triple H, and then having him, like Charles said, coming out with Randy Orton being a legend killer with him in the ring. I mean, it just didn't tie in, but I understood what they was trying to do with the whole double cross thing, because Randy Orton took 3 weeks to double cross the whole authority, so they were gonna do it in one night, and then he had a surprise for him. Sting was coming on it to help him and have his back. I mean, I thought it could have been done differently. I mean, Sting could have still did what he's been doing, Scorpion Death Drop like he did in Survivor Series, and when he did it to Triple H, when he came back and helped out John Cena and Dolph Ziggler and all them get their jobs back. But at the same time, I didn't like how he did the Stinger Splash and all that other stuff. I mean, he could have left that for Triple H. We want to see that in the ring with Triple H.
Well, I guess I played Mr. Positivity today. I liked it. I think it was good to hype up everything, you know, it's been going along with the storyline. And I have to say, Sting looked good. The dude looked like he was in fucking shape. He was slim, straight, what's that, streamlined?
Yeah.
Fucking
No, we know what you're trying
to say. He looked good. So, hey, I didn't have no fucking problem with that shit. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, Sting looked good. Okay, I understand with the fucking doing the Stinger Splash, he got off of like a half a step off the floor. I mean, you know, other than that, I mean, you know, I'm like, okay, he's ready. He looked like he really into this shit, and I guess it's good for him being 56 years old, which, like I said again, he just turned the other day, and yeah, I didn't have no problem with it. It capped off a good Raw.
Yeah, Raw was decent. I mean, you know, there was some. Good. I mean, I'm gonna say Raw was the best show of the week, and that's including TNA and Lucha Underground. I mean, but for me, I mean, I didn't get to catch ROH this week, but I mean, for me, for the shows that I thought Raw was the best. I mean, you know, it was a good night. I mean, but on Charles' end, like, I'm kind of leaning like, on the road to WrestleMania, the Raws gotta be spot on, man. They gotta be spot on.
Do we really feel like there's only 1 week left?
Man,
I don't.
You know what's the problem?
The problem's Roman Reigns. He ain't building up the fucking match.
Hold on, and I was finna get to that
shit.
Now I know everybody. We didn't talk in these shows, and we didn't talk on the side before that, and we've been going back and forth because y'all said Roman Reigns ain't ready. I've been saying he is, and I'm like, it makes a difference when you sit there and plan shit out correctly. And if you notice, almost everything except the fucking Sting versus Triple H, and we know why that shit was planned correctly, because Triple H is involved. If you look at everything else, everything been half-assed. And that's not Roman Reigns' fault. But I think they put a restriction on him where he could talk and say what the fuck he want to say. Because if you look at it this past Monday, he's pretty goddamn, it was good for him.
He did.
And that's why I said that was surprising. He was in the ring, and the problem is, you know, y'all might not want to admit this shit because y'all Brock Lesnar cheerleaders. And I said it. But that son of a bitch has to be there. He has to fucking be there.
It's not about being a
Yes,
Brock.
yes, it is.
It's not about being a Brock Lesnar cheerleader. Brock Lesnar from that fucking video package showed more fucking emotion and got me more hype for the match than Roman Reigns has being there every fucking day.
Now you think about that. If that son of a bitch was there, it would have been even better.
He said, "I'm gonna fuck his shit up."
You know,
on the camera.
You know what happened? It's the fucking progression. You go from week 1 to week 4 up to WrestleMania, where
You're right.
You had
week 1 and week 4, Roman Reigns is the same.
Hold on. You had to sit down, right? They start off good. You felt that intensity when they had that snow out. I don't know what could have happened, but they had that good shit. Then Brock Lesnar disappears. Then you got throwing everything on Roman Reigns. You know he's limited vocally to fucking get the shit off. So what you need to do is you have all these dates for Brock Lesnar. You say, you big corn-fed motherfucker. You had your ass there. And then you fucking, the second part, you have him get up in each other's face. Maybe a push or something. You had the officials come in there. Week 3, then it's the physical shit. Where you have maybe Brock Lesnar fucking hit him with a clothesline, F5 him, and then what you do, week 4, which will be Monday, you have fucking Roman Reigns, Superman that hole, and then hit him with the spear, and then bam, you're fucking ready for the match. Just that formula, it's been done over and over and over. Just that simple,
Randy,
it would have been done.
None of that shit matters if Roman Reigns ain't into it every time you do those things. It doesn't matter.
It ain't the thing. You ain't into it. We got a call.
We got a call.
So you're basically saying that they should do all their moves before WrestleMania?
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is,
I understand what
Jose
you're
in the
saying.
crowd. What I'm saying is, you get the crowd hyped up where when they make these beautiful video packages, because you know that's gonna take up all of fucking WrestleMania with the fucking video packages. You get that intensity where you like, okay, he took his move. Okay, he took his move. What the fuck's gonna happen?
Okay, now I agree.
But I no intensity from Roman Reigns. I'm sorry.
I agree.
I think it's intensity. Sorry, I think it's intensity when he's in.
We have more intensity than that nigga.
Bullshit. Go ahead, A-Mark, and then person in the crowd.
Hey, look, I agree with the premise of what you're talking about. Like, but the thing is where I gotta disagree is that we've seen that before. You know what I mean? When, and this is a question I have to ask you.
Go ahead.
When is it not Roman Reigns' fault? When is it actually gonna be Roman Reigns?
No,
that match with Daniel Bryan.
Did you hear what I said?
I understand the match with Daniel Bryan at Fastlane. It was shit. It was shit because Roman Reigns looked like shit. You know what I mean? He didn't look good in the Royal Rumble. He didn't look good at Fastlane. Now, I give you, he looked good over the last couple of weeks of talking. And the only time that they really looked good, the only time that it really got me interested into the match was the snow out little face-to-face that he had with Brock Lesnar. But besides that, he hasn't given me anything. Brock Lesnar's via satellite interview, which he really can't talk, but his via satellite interview was, to me, better than Roman Reigns has done for the last 2 months. You know what I mean?
Person
to build up the match.
You know how everyone says that Brock Lesnar's not like energetic or he's not passionate about wrestling, but when he's on TV, even when he has Paul Heyman talking for him, he just has that look like
he's a champion.
Like a bad
he's
motherfucker.
A real fucking champion.
And it's like,
this is the point.
Roman Reigns looks like the one that he's not passionate about the sport.
Case in point, bro. If he's on the road to WrestleMania, when he comes out, his entrance, why does he just come out, look to the right, look to the left, no emotion, and start heading down the stairs? No fucking, come on, goddammit, I'm gonna fuck him up, nothing. He doesn't do any of that shit. He looks to the right, looks to the left, walks on down, holding the fucking rail, then he gets in the ring. Like last night, I was watching the Smackdown, he's in the ring with Mark Henry, and he's just standing there with his hand on his hip. You're the fucking challenger to the fucking biggest match of the night. Have some goddamn emotion, man. Realize the position that you're in. He does not realize what he's in, and he's not going to realize it until they take it away from him. It's that simple. Because even with him, Bray Wyatt is a perfect example of this. With your opposition not being there, you should be able to crush him verbally. Yep. You should be able to market yourself better. With you mowing through people and beating people along the way, you should be calling Brock Lesnar a bitch every time you get out there. Yeah. You should be doing something. What does he do? You know, people don't believe me.
But I can and I will. But
I can.
Sounds like a civil rights speech.
Beat him. Nobody gives a fuck.
But see, you gotta look at it. Brock Lesnar, they don't have no limitations to Brock Lesnar. You notice the fucking old stars that come up in there? Hold on. You notice the old stars come up in there? From the Attitude Era and a little bit before that? Or after that? They can come in there and say what the fuck they want to. You notice Rock come in there, cuss his ass off. Stone Cold cuss his ass off. Fucking Batista was cussing a little bit.
You know why?
They don't have no fucking.
Do you know why?
These superstars, they say you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't do this. You think Roman Reigns probably gonna say, I'm going there, I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of him.
There's no intensity with Roman Reigns.
If he goes in there and says he's gonna beat the shit out of him, Randy, and he does it with that same nonchalant look on his face, it ain't gonna mean shit. The reason why they let The Rock, Stone Cold, Batista, everyone else you said, because they fucking did it and they delivered. And they've gotten it done. So they can say and do whatever they want because they've already been proven. This kid is not proven. The WWE is a company now where someone in Roman Reigns' position probably has more creative control than we think. Because that's what put John Cena on. And Cena even said it in his interview. Vince told me I can do whatever I want as long as I get over. Period. And Roman Reigns is in that position right now where if he wanted to, he can take over wrestling. But he does not have it.
He doesn't have the career.
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have the passion.
I don't look at him and see a formidable opponent for Brock Lesnar. I see a Saturday morning superstar match getting ready to happen.
I think for us to hurry up and wrap this part up because we got more of this show. At Mania coming up, he's gonna bring it. I think it's the match is gonna be.
I'm not convinced.
It's gonna be stiff. It's gonna be stiff. It's gonna be intense. I think this match is gonna be where Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, when he fucked that one up back then, is supposed to be.
Now,
you know what's sad? And you know what's sad about that? Hold on. Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, they built that shit up better. And they went in there and laid a fucking egg. But they built that shit up better than what Roman Reigns is doing.
No, but you see what I said? They did the same fucking formula that I said. That's what happened. That's why it looked good like that. Same fucking formula. Go ahead.
It's weird that Roman Reigns' best TV appearance was when they were snowed in. There was never with a live crowd.
And you know why?
It's sad.
You know why? Because I think he was like, hey, go out there and say what you gotta say.
But
I think they be sitting here feeding him.
They could do that shit
It's
in the arena too.
He should be celebrating with the crowd though. He comes out, he has a crowd entrance.
You've been seeing, it's just like when Stone Cold fucking came to the WWE. They tried to feed him all this shit. It didn't work. When he took over his character creatively and he got that shit, it went to a whole.
I know that Sandman had a better in-crowd entrance than fucking Roman Reigns.
What I don't understand is he's next to the people.
My thing is
the people should go nuts when he goes out there sitting down.
And then because you gotta sit here and think about it. It probably has something to do with when he came back and the same fucking shit with this fucking ratchet ass fucking crowd. Because I like, how you like this dude and then he gets hurt and then you like, fuck him. Because Daniel Bryan didn't get the fucking goddamn shit.
Daniel Bryan works the crowd better than Roman Reigns does.
Daniel Bryan don't work no crowd.
Yes, he does. And they're doing it right along with him.
Because
they're doing it right along with him.
It's a catchphrase. It's just like motherfuckers still saying what? Stone Cold been gone for years. What?
But see, the thing is,
but Roman Reigns needs to find that.
Yeah, and this is the thing right here. This is gonna end this conversation.
Go ahead, bottom line.
Because ain't nobody saying believe that. I don't believe him.
Shit, for real.
He's a fraud.
Look, because for one, I'm just gonna say this. For one, that I can and I will sounds like a long lost civil rights speech. You know what I mean? Straight up. You know, it does, man.
Not only that, but why?
And at the same time. And we're gonna be giving it to you. We're gonna be broadcasting live after the show on Sunday.
Before and after.
And before and after. Now after, if that match is total shit, I need to hear that from you.
That's what's happening.
Roman Reigns was shit.
Another note, real quick.
Why
Why does Roman Reigns have to keep convincing us that he's credible to wrestle in this match?
I'm convinced.
Why should I?
But the way he's coming out,
I will.
He has to keep convincing us that he's good enough to do it. Anyone else who's won the Royal Rumble, they were already made. Yeah. They didn't have to say anything else about, people say I can't do it and this and that. You know why we're saying you can't do it? Because you don't appear like you can do it.
Okay, because to finish this out, to answer your question, so this should be done for right now, is because look at all the shit they put him through. You ain't never seen fucking when Del Rio.
Daniel Bryan went through worse.
Hold on.
And he got the big
Daniel Bryan go through no fucking worse.
They fucking damn near broke his shoulder with his fucking ass
How the fuck he went through
Triple H beat the shit out of that nigga. He cast a bad check.
The motherfucker became champion multiple times.
You know
That's
why?
not going
And
through
they damn
first.
near broke his fucking shoulder for it.
Hey, because he's a bitch. There we
Yeah.
go. Next subject.
Yeah, Roman Reigns couldn't take the path that Daniel
Next
Bryan
subject.
went through. Period. What else happened on Raw? That son of a bitch ain't ready for the main event.
Smooth pass.
So we were watching SmackDown, right? And to continue on, like I said, I saw the challenger come out on SmackDown.
Oh, God.
And
this is like the same
like I
thing.
said, he's coming out, he's walking down the stairs,
so
and Mark Henry's putting him over.
Yeah.
He's putting him over.
Yeah,
He's
Mark-
giving him the
Mark
handshake.
Henry-
You better go in there. You better go in
We're talking
there
about the same
and
thing.
whoop Brock Lesnar's ass because I endorse you. And then Mark Henry, in typical Mark Henry fashion, face
Laid
down
it.
in the back,
Yeah, laid
knocked
out. Laid out.
But I mean, shit. Roman Reigns went out there and took out fucking Rollins, who was actually a formidable wrestler. He took out Rollins, he took out Kane, and then he just gets out of the ring, throws his hair back, walks away. Doesn't do shit else.
What about the Intercontinental Championship hunt?
Well, that was a good match. The Gauntlet. Go ahead, Amar.
Now, that was my favorite part of the night.
It was a
That,
good
to me,
Gauntlet.
that was my favorite part of the night. It wasn't great, but it was good. You know what I mean? It was good in the sense that they're giving us a little piece of what might happen after WrestleMania. Because if you look at the promos that Dolph Ziggler is cutting, and when he cut that promo before he got to the ring, and what he's been cutting over the last couple weeks, when he gets to the subject of Daniel Bryan, he's like, oh, he's either a turd or he's just not as good as him. Now, they could
I
go,
agree.
yeah, they could go, well, you know, come
But
on.
it's a mutual
It's
respect.
a mutual
among
respect
great
there.
wrestlers.
It's a mutual respect, but that match was captivating. That last one, with Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler, I would have loved to see that on a grand scale at Mania.
It should have been.
The match would have been a hell of a lot better, like I was talking to you earlier about. You know, the match would have been a hell of a lot better if it's on a main event stage. You know what I mean? Where they wrestled down to Smackdown's level, and the match was still good.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to
But
say.
see, you gotta sit here and think about it. I think it's some true real life shit where Daniel Bryan has had shit handed to him, and you got motherfuckers sitting there like a Dolph Ziggler who's been a workhorse there for years.
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan didn't have shit handed to him though, man. That's the point.
Okay,
We're gonna have to keep. We're gonna keep going through this.
let's bottom line this on this part. How long Daniel Bryan been there?
Been there since what?
6 years?
2010. So
Yeah.
about 5 years.
Yeah.
How many times have been world champion?
4 times.
Well, I'd say twice.
How many times?
Those other two times didn't fucking count.
Okay.
Anytime you get, wait a minute, hold on. Anytime you let Randy Orton cash it in, and then you fucking lose it the next night, that doesn't count as a title reign.
Wait till I finish.
That's like saying Yokozuna's a 2-time champ. He's a 1-time champ.
One-time
Okay,
champ, man.
Okay, nonetheless, twice. If you want to say that. How many times a U.S. champion?
Saw that what a couple times.
Tag team champion. WrestleMania moments.
He's had one WrestleMania moment.
That was a big.
The other time,
fucking
they
moment.
owed him. He got Bill kicked in the face the year before.
Yeah,
he the fucking second.
They shitted
They
on him
owed
at
him
that
that.
WrestleMania.
They owed him that.
Remember that? We were watching that shit. So was the bell rang got
Boom, son of a bitch beat 3 Hall of Famers in one fucking night.
And
But
they're
they
right
did.
on
that.
No.
And then right
Then-
after that, they took the
then-
belt off of him.
You think about it. The motherfucker won he won a Money in the Bank. Then you sit here and think about it. They pushed his ass from the fucking year before. They pushed him from the year before. When he beat Cena. Think about it. He beat Cena cleanly. How many motherfuckers say that?
Yeah, but when he won the Money in the Bank,
That's what I'm saying.
that time that he had the title then,
I don't
they
wanna hear-
shit
I don't
came
wanna hear
all
that.
the way up to trying to beat
Let's
Big
cry
Show
for me.
on Mark Henry for the
It's not
title.
that though.
Let's cry for me, Argentina
No.
shit. Y'all trying to say
You
for
gotta
Daniel Bryan.
understand.
Ain't that,
Randy,
man?
you gotta understand one thing though. What you just saying that right now. They don't just allow anybody to go over Cena. Cena doesn't allow anyone to go
Have
over him.
Dolph Ziggler beat Cena.
I
On the
believe
grand
so.
stage, on the grand
Not one
On a grand pay-per-view.
not one
On a grand pay-per-view.
No, not one-on-one with no interruptions because Dolph Ziggler doesn't get put in that position.
I ain't
But if
talking
they were
about
put in that
some-
position,
I ain't talking
I'm
about
sure
some
Cena would give him the nod.
no
But
goddamn
Cena's
house
not
show
gonna go
in
down.
Mesquite, Texas.
You gotta remember.
I ain't talking about no place
You gotta
like that.
remember. Daniel Bryan was
Shit.
fired. Daniel Bryan was fired.
And they brought him back.
He choked out the fucking announcer,
many times-
and John Cena wanted to get him back. John Cena wanted to get him back.
Hold on.
He doesn't just do that for anybody.
You think about that.
They knew Daniel
How many
Bryan was
times-
good.
Even with that son of a bitch been spoiled. How many times people
He
been
wasn't
fired?
spoiled if they
How many
fired
times-
him.
How many times people been
And
fired?
Triple H hates it.
And he wasn't even gone.
Triple H hates him just as
How
much
many
as
times
you. That's
have
why
people
they
been
handcuffed
fired
him
and they got
damn
to
near
come
broke
back?
his neck his shoulder, all
Think
the
about that
vertebrae,
shit.
all that shit.
All-
How many
Look,
times
they would've
people
shot
been
that
fired?
motherfucker
Y'all
if
not
they
answering the
could've.
question. How many times people been fired and allowed to come back?
Quite a few.
Who?
Shit. What, Jerry Lawler, bitch ass?
That nigga quit.
Jim
Jerry
Ross
Lawler quit.
Jim Ross is fired.
Now Jim Ross was fired,
And they
but shit,
brought
he
him
was
back.
great.
You know what I
Shit.
mean? With that crooked mouth. But at the same time,
Whoa,
you know,
whoa,
I'm sorry. I
That was
didn't
like
mean to say
crooked
that.
mouth, crooked face.
Yeah,
That
my
nigga
bad,
whole
my
shit.
bad. I didn't mean to-
Stop.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that.
Y'all going to...
Oh, now we going too far. Oh, now we going too far.
Too far.
Oh, now we going too far.
That man has a
Oh,
medical
now we
condition.
going too
He has
far
a medical
though.
condition.
We going too
And
far
so does
though.
Daniel Bryan now because of the goddamn.
Yeah, but now we going too far.
Now
My
he's
thing
got
is
a
this.
permanent medical condition.
He has a
and you're
condition
saying
of being a
fuck
prime
him.
bitch.
My thing
That's his
Prime bitch
condition.
my ass.
Look.
Roman Reigns can take notes on how to fucking wrestle a match from that little motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
look.
That's just Daniel Bryan's a great talker.
Well, no.
Exactly. That's the point. Exactly. He's not a great talker.
And he
he's
still
better than
sells
Roman
the
Reigns.
match.
Charles,
Still
Charles, we know why. It's because you're Benoit biased.
No,
That's the only reason
no,
why
it's not.
you're doing that.
No,
shit.
it's not. Because
Next
Daniel
subject.
Bryan couldn't wipe Chris
Next
Benoit's
subject.
ass, and I never had those two. He couldn't wipe Chris Benoit's ass,
Okay.
and I would never compare the two. I have never compared the two.
See, I gotta step in. You
No,
go a little too goddamn far now.
Daniel Bryan
You went
could
too
not
goddamn
wipe
far.
Chris Benoit's ass.
Oh
I'll
my
say it
God.
day in and
Oh
day
my
out.
God.
Benoit was a much better bruiser,
Oh, Jesus
wrestler,
Christ. Wait,
all types, all styles, everything. I'm
so who
sorry.
cares?
Daniel Bryan
So
is
who
like
cares?
the whip fucking
So who
version of
cares?
Chris Benoit.
So we can. Nobody.
Who?
Nobody.
What, bet as good as Chris Benoit?
Yeah.
Shit, there's tons of people. Bret the Hitman Hart, the Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldog, Owen Hart. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people
There's
didn't like
tons of
Owen Hart,
fucking
didn't
wrestlers
they?
that was better than fucking him. Chris Jericho was just as good as him, but you don't give Chris Jericho credit either.
Oh yeah, you called Trick Carroll a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That motherfucker always
It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck sport are you watching?
Benoit is like one of the top tier wrestlers of all time.
No, but we're talking about technical, okay? Because he
Yeah.
obviously wasn't charismatic.
No, I'm talking
But
about
like,
technical
yes.
wrestler.
Technical
Wrestling-wise,
wrestler,
top
he's
tier.
up there.
Top tier.
You know what I mean?
See now, even with that, I can argue with you about Benoit with that. With the charismatic, I give him credit because his charismatic shit, he couldn't get it across the mic, but he can get it in the ring.
But let me tell you
No,
something.
yeah. But that's the same thing.
When
But that's the
Chris
same
Benoit
thing
won
Daniel
that
Bryan
Royal
does.
Rumble,
No, you don't.
and he fucking worked that
Daniel Bryan
program.
don't do
Hold on,
that.
hold on. This guy just
Leading
said
up,
Daniel
he
Bryan
had more
don't do
emotion
that.
than Roman
Daniel
Reigns.
Bryan don't do that.
This guy just said it. He said he
I said Benoit.
He said
Not
Benoit.
Daniel Bryan.
No. You said Benoit's on mic skills wasn't as good, but his in the ring showed brought character out.
I said-
That's the same thing
I
Daniel
said-
Bryan does.
I said his
Yeah, but Chris Benoit,
I said
he
he's
never
charismatic.
got that crowd.
He's charismatic
to do this
in the
way
ring.
Daniel Bryan,
But he
did.
can't
Daniel
talk.
Bryan's not charismatic.
In the ring, yes he is.
No, he's not. Benoit was. Because you seen the intensity
You
from
can't-
Benoit.
you can't sell
See, that's
Randy
why I
on
can say that
Daniel Bryan.
shit. But let's move on to the next
All
one.
I'm saying,
This is the agony, folks, right here. I agree with this guy that Daniel Bryan should never be in the main event again. Not for another 10 years. But I'm not going to sit here and let you say that he doesn't fucking work that crowd when he comes out of that fucking curtain. Because he does.
I'm just gonna.
All these motherfuckers doing this, they don't just do that for anybody.
And that
Roman
motherfucker-
Reigns comes out,
He
those
didn't even,
motherfuckers are asleep.
he didn't even come up with that shit. That was just some fucking wish upon a star type
Hey,
shit.
well that shit worked.
But let's
And
move
when he,
the fuck on.
when he told him to say no, he
Next
said no.
subject. Next subject.
So anyway, getting back to SmackDown, you know.
Shit.
The Intercontinental Gauntlet match, I liked it a lot, and it was a textbook gauntlet match, which means every person that came out after defeated the guy that was wrestling first.
Well, no, some of the matches were.
No, all the guys that came out after won.
No,
'Cause Dolph Ziggler was the last
won
one out.
twice.
Did he?
Yes,
No, he didn't.
Yes, he beat Stardust and he tricked R-Truth
Oh,
and beat him.
shit.
And
He
then,
beat Stardust. Yeah,
Harper
that's right.
beat him.
Real quick.
Daniel Bryan beat him, and then that's when Ziggler came out and won it.
And you know what? I'm happy to see Luke Harper still in the mix.
Yeah. It's nice to see him there. He's still weird.
I think he's
Being
good.
totally
I
fucking wasted.
like to see him in the mix though. He's doing pretty good. But like you were getting to, and I want to touch on that a little bit. Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan are so fucking professional. They're so fucking good. They wrestle the level of whatever the show is.
Yep.
That, like you said, SmackDown, they wrestled only enough for a SmackDown match, and it was still good. They wrestle differently on Raw. They wrestle differently on a pay-per-view, and they wrestle differently on a championship match. They know how to turn it up each time, and that's why I liked at the end too. You know, they gave each other a handshake, which means there is a feud coming.
Yeah.
Because when they do that fucking handshake
Yep.
shit, there is a feud coming. And I want to say this too: the guy that wasn't in the gauntlet, the reigning champion, Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
He did not pull that elbow back from fucking Dolph Ziggler.
No,
bro.
he sure did.
He fucking
He
leveled
sure
him.
did.
I hope Dolph didn't get another fucking concussion from that shit. Because he did not pull that fucking elbow back, dude. And I remember I slow-moed it and everything, man. And you just,
boom.
he fucking nailed him with that bull dagger.
He hit him.
Fucking nailed him.
I mean, that was the highlight.
I called bull dagger.
Bull hammer.
Bull
Yeah.
dagger, bull hammer.
Apologies.
But
Shit.
you end up like Marco Cole on that one.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he called it the bull dagger.
Ain't it called the bull dagger?
No, it's not
hammer.
called that.
Bull hammer.
Bull hammer. Okay, well then bull hammer. Shit.
Bull hammer.
I'm thinking of bull from Night Court.
I was gonna say you almost had a Michael Cole moment there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
this piece of shit.
Let me tell you something.
This dude
about
fucked
Cole.
up so much on fucking Raw, and then he fucked up so much on SmackDown. Why the fuck did they fire Josh Matthews and fucking Matt Striker and keep that piece of shit? That piece of shit should have been sitting on the street somewhere. He shouldn't even be announcing Lucha Underground or TNA. He should be announcing Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. That piece of shit.
Let me just touch on that real quick because it got so bad on SmackDown that I actually took notes on it. And it's going to be my kitchen bitch later on too. I really feel bad for Byron Saxton because he can't learn from those two. He can't even get a word in edgewise with those two. They do all the talking, and every time he says something, Jerry the King Lawler snaps on him. He says something very stupid towards his direction. I mean, just in
That's why the King was sent to SmackDown.
Just in the Ziggler match alone, the King makes a comment saying, I think something happened to Byron Saxton's microphone at the time, and Cole was like, "Did you get that?" And King goes, "Sorry, I have a moron filter on."
That's foul.
Like just dissing Byron Saxton for no reason. And then later on in the fucking the Divas match, they were the King. Byron Saxton was pumping up Paige, saying, he likes Paige. Paige is
I like
and all
Paige
this and
for
that.
some fucking reason.
And the King goes, "Well, what kind of species do you date?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing,
rough.
you old stupid fuck? Fuck you and your mama and Memphis. Fuck all of you." But I'm gonna save some of that shit for the kitchen bitch, because he was a lazy fucking wrestler in the 90s, and he's a lazy fucking motherfucker now. And he shouldn't even be talking shit to nobody. I feel bad for, I'm gonna save that for the kitchen bitch. Moving on, on SmackDown and everything. So yeah, that was one of the main things I saw, and I know we touched on it a lot, but we have to really got a bottom line this Roman Reigns thing, and I think that I've got to the end of it. Roman Reigns needs to get mad.
Yeah.
He needs to get mad. He needs to get angry. He needs to stop being calm. He really needs to treat this like somebody. We got a call from the crowd there. What's going on? Oh, false alarm. So anyway,
My thing with Roman Reigns is
I think that if he got pissed off, and he got mad, like someone stole his money or
somebody
something,
would slap his dick in the dirt.
or slap him across the face before he goes out there because he's too cool. You cannot be this cool going into a match with Brock Lesnar. Now, I think if he got pissed off, maybe that'll help. Maybe that will help. Because honestly, and I'm gonna give you another note too on, it's funny, like the same guys we talk about. Daniel Bryan, I could really see the disgust on his face.
Yeah, about what
that
what
he is
situation
not
he's
in a bigger program or whatever.
too bad.
And to that, I'm just gonna say you better make the best of this Intercontinental Championship. But you can see it because when he worked, who did he work before Ziggler came out? He worked what's his name? Luke Harper.
Yeah, it was okay.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just looking at his face.
Yeah.
From
My thing is it's like
him
this,
getting in
man.
the ring and stuff like that. Either he's gonna turn heel, or something like
I
that's
think
gonna
so.
happen. Because
I
he's
think
not that
he-
happy, smiling motherfucker.
I think
one of them's
somebody's
turning
turning heel.
Either Ziggler
Ziggler or
fucking-
Bryan.
It
Yeah.
should be Bryan.
It should be Bryan.
Yep.
Because Ziggler just turned.
Because Ziggler's on his way to the top. Man.
Yeah.
That guy looks good,
How
man.
many goddamn years we've been saying that? Let's just stop right here. Because of motherfuckers like Triple Hope and all that shit,
As
this
long
motherfucker
as-
ain't fucking go there.
as long
so
as
it's
he
like,
get-
I get tired of saying that shit every fucking year. Oh yeah, man, it's Dolph Ziggler's year. He fucking capped off last year. Fucking pretty goddamn good. What happened? Nothing. They pushed him to the fucking side. Now, if anybody deserves something, it's that dude. Not no goddamn Daniel Bryan. That motherfucker didn't have his chance.
I agree 100%.
I'm tired. And the bitching and the crying Daniel Bryan, he needs to shut the fuck up. If you want to do the right thing, tell them like, hey, push this guy. That's what he needs to do. But moving on. Let's get some Lucha Underground.
No, that's you guys is I don't have
I
that on
mean-
my cable.
You don't have Lucha.
I don't have El
El
Rey.
Rey.
You don't have El Rey.
The king.
Well, yeah, the king, Robert Rodriguez. But no, Lucha Underground.
You talking about Benicio del Toro?
No, Robert Rodriguez is a director.
director?
Oh no, I was talking about the guy sitting behind the desk.
Oh,
That's Benicio
Look,
del Toro.
Oh, you talking?
well, oh,
Lucha Underground?
Oh, yeah.
You talking about El Jefe?
El Jefe.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
Benicio.
Hey, he's a good character.
Yeah, he is.
He's a good character. Surprisingly, he's a good character. He comes off
The
as
mystique, the cheese bowl, and all
as
that.
is the fucking
The
Mexican
motherfucker looks
drug
like he
lord.
runs a used car
I feel like
dealership right here on Valley.
I feel like he's like a
Los
drug,
compadres.
like he's the head of a cartel. You know, I get that feeling from him.
Niggas selling bad cars out
Hey,
of
but I put it
Fontana.
like this: Lucha Underground this week wasn't as good as it's been. Last week it was real good with that match with Johnny Mundo in that cage match.
God, man.
That shit was
John Morrison is gold, ain't he?
Yeah, that shit was pretty good. I don't know what the
I miss
fuck.
him, bro. He would be
Why the
so good in
fuck?
his IC
Did
match.
Did he leave
This-
because of?
He-
I don't want to say. I
No,
don't
he
know.
left. He
He
left.
left because his woman.
No, he left.
That was
because
a part of it.
He left because his contract was up, and he was tired of traveling. He was tired of schedules. Now you look, he can go wrestle Lucha Underground, give it 110%, go home and rest. He's good to go. You know.
Yeah, then you got Del Rio over there. Then it's a matter of time before Rey Mysterio makes his way over there.
I can't believe that. Now, this is a segue for Rey Mysterio. Randy, go ahead and give us the cover story on the fallen professional wrestler at hand.
Hold on. Get the notes.
So hard
To say
to say
goodbye
goodbye
to
to
yesterday.
Oh yeah. If there was something left, we'll pour it out.
He was in that gangster lean.
He
He's
was.
stupid.
He was leaning on that ropes like a gangster. lean.
Yeah, because we put the video up on WrestleHeads
Check
this
it out.
morning. It was reported that I don't know if I'm gonna say this correctly because I don't have.
El hijo de Perro Aguayo.
There you go.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Jose. We need that little Latin
Flavor.
Even though Chuck's half Latin, I don't know where the fuck yours is. But nonetheless, Del Perro Aguayo, one of Mexico's top stars, died early this morning due to injuries he sustained during a match on Friday night. Has been confirmed by the Mexican-based AAA and CMLL Professional Wrestling Promotions. Aguayo's death comes after he was competing in a match on Friday night against former WWE superstar Rey Mysterio. During the match, Aguayo tried to avoid Mysterio's 619 maneuver and ended up getting hit in his trachea, right here, which caused severe whiplash.